Okay, my wonderful learners. You're welcome back. So we have specimen J. Specimen J, you asked to identify it. It is a pineapple fruit. Okay, though it's going to come in a food whole, right? But for the sake of this class, I have decided to just show you one or two things. All right, so the botanical name for pineapple is known as what? Ananas commosus. And now I want you to take a good note of this, right? When you're writing the scientific name of any organism, be it plant or animal, all right, you must always write it in this format. Okay, we use the binomial system of naming. Bi means two. It's just like your name and your surname. So the same thing, every organism, whether it is plant or an animal, they have a name and a surname. All right, so the first name we call it the genus, right? And the second name we call it the species name. Okay, and another thing you should take note is that the genus name always starts with a capital letter. All right, so we have ananas, and then the species name starts with a small letter, though this might say is not small enough, but you have to make yours to be smaller. All right, and then finally, after writing it, you don't leave it like this. You must make sure you underline them differently, and this is the correct way of writing what your scientific name of organisms. Is that okay? Now, when we cut off a pineapple, right, in case you're asked to dissect it and draw. Okay, so these are the basic parts you will see, right? The top part, which is that grainy spiky part, we call it the crown, right? Or even the leaf. Then it has the skin, that outer part that I made, that has the spikes. Then that part that is usually strong inside of it that goes all the way down is known as the core, right? And the other part you enjoy you enjoy eating, yummy, right, is the flesh. Is that okay? And don't forget to label your diagram, the diagram of a pineapple fruit. Don't forget your titling is so important. All right, and don't forget again, as you label, make sure if you're labeling horizontally, all your lines should align, right? They should align properly and all of that. Is that okay? Now let us say the classification, scientific classification of what, of this pineapple. We have the kingdom, we have kingdom plantae. All right, now we have phylum and division. I intentionally did this because I want to point out something to you. All right, we don't use phylum when we are classifying a plant. If you do that, your examiner knows that you are totally wrong. You don't know what you are doing. Is that okay? So phylum should not be ever found when you are classifying a plant. Rather, we use division. Okay, so pineapple has the division Tracheophyta. Tracheophyta is not that hard. All right, so just follow after me. Then it falls in the class what we call Angiosperma. Angiosperma, it has the order Poales. It has the family Bromeliaceae. Right? It's not hard. Remember, I told you about the genus and the species, the name and the surname. So the genus, which begins in a capital letter, is what? Ananas, and then the species Commosus. And don't forget to underline. Is that okay? Now, in case you're asked to describe it, it is a false fruit. A false fruit with spiky tough skin. You can see the spikes when I drew it, right? Those parts that can prick your hand, okay, and an internal part. Then placentation, it is axile. It has axile placentation. All right, then propagation. Propagation simply means how do we plant it? When we want to plant pineapple, do we take pineapple seed like bean seed, rice seed, corn seed and plant? No, you don't plant that. Okay, we propagate it vegetatively, okay, using part of the body of the fruit. Okay, we use the sucker. All right, you just write vegetatively, you can, or you use by sucker. Okay, we use the sucker and then we plant. Then use this. This fruit is a very powerful fruit, right? First of all, it contains lots of antioxidant properties which are very important for the body functioning. It is very, very rich in vitamin C, right? It's very rich in vitamin C, and it aids in digestion. If you're having digestion problems, just make do with that. Then fresh juice, I love this part, right? And also we use it to process so many other products. Is that okay? So that will be it about Specimen J. And don't forget, if you haven't you love what I do, you love what you see, you can encourage me by giving me a subscribe. Hit on the subscribe button, give me a thumbs up, because remember, I'll see you in the biology and subsequent teaching. So thank you and all the very best. Thanks.